All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. I was a bit of a dummy and I didn't hit the live button until just now. So the music that I normally play, not playing it today. That's just life sometimes. So hopefully everything's up. We're gonna run through the tests and then we're gonna try this game called LimbusCompany. And then shout outs to an early commenter who said, "Oh," which is Tom's the fish. Oh yeah, and there he is still. Sweet. And there's your message. So thank you for that. That's pretty cool. All right, gonna run through the gauntlet as quickly as possible. All right. Okay, let's see how this looks. Looks good, synced up. Now let's do the vertical test. Sorry if it comes through the mic. It echoes twice. I do apologize. Okay, that's good. This is how it looks. Vertical, there is a horizontal version as well. So if you don't want to watch it on your phone or in a phone-like format, there will always be horizontal first and then vertical stream second. So just as a little PSA to everyone, because sometimes I've had people click on this stream and then completely realize they could have been watching it full screen this whole time, which is kind of funny. All right, third test, almost there. Okay, that's synced up. Eventually we won't have to do this, but I'd rather be safe than sorry and make sure everything works, you know? Okay, so that's good. I guess I can start maybe checking on the computer versus the PC instead of my phone, but I feel like viewing it on a different platform is good. Or a different type of device. All right, last but not least, we are checking TikTok and then we are good to go, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well and had a good weekend. Overall, I kind of did nothing, which was nice. Got some projects to do this week. Okay. Let's see. So on TikTok, it is still up, but I'm worried. Let's see. For some reason, it shows that it's streaming, but it doesn't necessarily, people don't necessarily come into TikTok, whereas I'm using a thing called restreaming, whereas now, I used something else before, so. Anyway, with that out of the way, it's not hugely important. Everything seems to be working a-okay. And without further ado, I don't know much about this game. The only thing I really do know is that instead of getting like a variety of characters over like 50 or 60, you have like, I think 12 of the same. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic. So that's going to be interesting, but they're all from different realities. I don't think there's a full screen option for this game yet, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way until I figure out the full screen button. Okay, so it's starting. I have not progressed through any part of it yet. Do you see now? You can't run from us. That's how it starts. Oop. Okay, for some reason my full screen isn't working. There we go. Okay, got full screen. I guess I should read it out probably, or I don't know. If we're being technical, no, because they're voicing it. And then this is a Korean game and not a Japanese or Chinese game. That's the other thing I know. Okay, you managed to get a different head in so fast. Okay. Do people like you always come prepared? And that's us. I guess our name is Dante. Just wait till get the blank. You'll be no match for my... Okay, I guess that new noggin doesn't come with a new mouth. Okay. We're being attacked or something.
째깍대는 소리가 빨라지는 걸
Oh.
보니 아파하기는 하나 봐.
There you go. I'll just hit the auto button. If it works. Darn it, why am I being attacked? I'll just read my part. Not good. Memories are dissolving already. That was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네. 그럼 슬슬 끝.
Okay, so these two people are attacking us.
여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도
Wolf and Lion.
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
그렇지만 우리가 살면서 언제 이런
Oh, I guess also another thing is this is part of a universe of two games that came out before it. And this is just a way for the company to make more money to produce better games, supposedly.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어. 당신의 별이 어디 있는지는 알려주지 않겠지.
Okay, like how am I talking about something's location to the grave with? Darn it, where was blank supposed to be at again? My memories are escaping me too quickly.
그렇군. 입이 없었지. 자연히 그것을 찾을 방법도 이자에게선 얻을 수.
So they turned me into a clock for information and it didn't work, which is kind of funny.
그래.
이거 무슨 소리야? 표범. 설마 뒤에다가 추적자들을 달고
So we got Panther, Lion, and Wolf.
아무도 없었어. 짐승일 확률은
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건 버스.
A bus.
저런 게 어떻게 여기까지 굴러 들어왔지?
조난당한 버스인가 본데?
At the perfect timing for us, apparently.
잘못된 죗값은 생각보다 무거울 테.
Oh, ran someone over.
사자가 밀린 거야?
Great bus.
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
Who are you? That nameplate says Fost.
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
I'm sorry, what?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요. 왜일까요?
That's because I'm a clock. I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요. 이제 그 형상을 되뇌면서 제가 하는 말을 마음으로
Okay, now repeat with the heart what I tell you aloud as you remind yourself.
따라가거라.
Okay, follow your star. That's the main thing. Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the sting of several chains penetrating my chest. Ugh. Okay.
정말로 심장을 못 쓰게 된 게 아니니까. 이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
Okay.
단테, 이제 저희는 당신의 시간에 귀속되었습니다.
What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지.
Okay, so I guess we just instantly made a pact with her. Okay, hour.
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Call her Ishmael.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하네.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
뭐 몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘지
So I guess everyone's coming out of this bus to save me.
하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지? 우리의 마지막 태원이 될 자인가?
말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
Oh, okay, who are you people and what's up with this bus? That's a good question.
당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의 사자들이고 이건 원하는 곳은 어디든 갈 수 있는 마술 버스죠.
Justice bus? I don't I don't remember.
대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니. 시간도 없고 유리한 상황도 아니니까 천천히 하지만 한 번만 설명하죠.
Okay, after some time passed, we're caught up to at least somewhat speed. So if I'm not mistaken here, and I do as you said, those total strangers will fight for me?
맞아요. 당신이 올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Alright, so we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was, wherever that was. Where I was and... What was I doing? Where was I? When I did that? Something extremely important was upon me, something I shouldn't forget. All we gotta remember is follow the star right now.
그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가. 지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy right now, huh?
뭐라고 불러야 할지. 시계 지휘관님?
Commander Clock.
전투 명령을 내려주십시오.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계 전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
저기요.
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다
These are some interesting names too.
최선을 다해주세요, 단테.
Okay, there's no two ways about it, I suppose. Alright, well, what an interesting start to that already. Okay, let us begin by learning the basics of combat. I gotta turn down my volume a little bit. Okay, please direct your attention to the dashboard here. You'll be using dashboard to relay your commands to the centers, okay? You will find each center skill on the dashboard. The control scheme is simple. Simply drag the left end of the dashboard to the right end to chain the skills, and you are ready to enter the combat phase. Okay? Press and hold the gear on the left on the dashboard to grab the chain. Okay. So I can just follow whatever path I want. Okay, well done. Now that skill is where the centers have been chained, you may press the gear on the right to start combat phase. Okay.
행동을 개시합니다.
And I watched a brief video on it, and I guess it's all about a dice system, whether or not you do well in this one-on-one interaction thing. And so far, we are not doing the best. Okay, and that's, you manage your issue in orders. Let's try that again. It's all gambling? Well, sign me up. Now you're talking my language. Look at the dashboard, grab the chain from the left gear, and connect the skills along the guiding line to command us to use them. Okay, the dashboard. Use the dashboard. Okay. Grab and drag chains, thread it through. You want to use, connect the chain, and select the right gear. All right.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
So will we get I'm sure we'll get an explanation for what skills are better and what chains to use and stuff like that. You must gamble like you have? Okay. I'll do my best. Well, right now this is the tutorial, so we should be A-okay on this front. Can I just go straight across? I could just go straight across. Apparently people can do... So green can attack multiple times, maybe. We'll try something like that. We'll do this.
좋은 전략이네요.
See how well this works. Without spoiling anything, does anyone have a favorite character? You won't get an explanation for what skills are better. You just need to look at the skills of the character, which it will tell you how to do later. Ah, okay, thank you. Or maybe any characters I should specifically look out for. Because when I was doing the thumbnail, I think the most popular was maybe Kyoto, I think. And Ryoshi is your favorite, okay. Do I have him on the board now? Or do I get him later? Ishmael's your favorite? That's this one. Don't I won't judge. Okay, and then he's not on the board right now. You know what? Let's just do it straight across. Why not?
행동을 개시합니다.
See how well this works. Well, I don't think this is working nearly as well. Well, hopefully the tutorial won't last too long, but I think everyone's dying now. He's kind of cleaning house right now.
이해가 되지 않는군.
Nostalgic?
것들에게
Okay.
사자가 당했다고.
It's a scripted loss, thank goodness. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Okay, I don't get it. What did the Lion struggle against?
잠깐만. 방금까지 싸웠던 사람이 말하긴 그렇지만 이건 대화로 풀 수 있는.
Yeah, we're getting clowned on right now.
이건 이상적이지 않소.
Oh no, your manager is washed on.
처음부터 말이 안 되는 싸움이라고 생각했는데
Well, see you, Ishmael.
장난해? 난 시작도.
Yeah. Okay, what is going on? You said you'll fight in my stead, and you're all dying. You never promised to win said fights? That's a good point. Imagine losing your first fight. I mean, if you want to leave an impression, they're like, we're your saviors, and immediately get clowned on. I would be feeling terrified right now if I was in Dante's position. Huh?
그리고 저만 남았네요.
Well, for now. Okay, so you were waiting for this? Waiting for everyone to die? You have some hidden card up your sleeve, right? Pull back in the bus. That's the only person who's defended me so far.
장의 수라기보단 그저 별을 따라가는
Yep,
거죠.
okay, there she goes. Follow the star.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What am I supposed to do? The bus solos everyone in this city? It seems like it. They jumped in triumphantly only to die like flies. I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
It even bested Lion's strength? I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, I think a bust will best anybody's strength if it hits it hard enough.
이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
Okay, this flow cannot stop. Go see a lion.
붉은색 왜
Okay, they're dead.
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
You know why I only dismembered those two?
야, 사지 멀쩡한 네가 저들을 데리고 파동지.
Okay, so this guy, he does not mess around.
달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해줄 놈이 너밖에 없으니.
And I know this might be too soon to ask this question, but would it be worth getting into the other two games? Or is this game fine to play on its own and I won't really miss out on the other Type Moon stuff?
붉은 시선.
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네 놈들이 해놓은 짓에 비하면
It's fine to play this game on its own? Okay, thank you.
그 정도 부상이면 위에서도 충분히 할 일 해.
Project Moon, not Type Moon. Oh, I was thinking Fate. My bad. There are nods to the past stuff, but it mostly gets explained. Okay.
아니면
Has anyone else played those past games or only this gacha game?
여기서 명줄을 놓고 싶은가?
Virgilus is like the dad of LimbusCompany. I'm gonna assume that's him then. Who are you? Are you one of them? The past two games are good too? Okay. You're too late. They're already dead.
잊은 건 아무것도 없습니다, 단테.
Especially Lobotomy Corp, okay?
우리에게 필요한 건 오직
They need my face.
놀릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. Oh, but I'm a clock. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart were being torn asunder. Good gracious. Followed by plashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Gah! Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. Tick-tock. In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive was the deceased flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner. You must, Gangnam like you have? I have no idea what that means.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울 겁니다, 단테.
Dante. And the voice of the man with red eyes. Okay, Ryosho is enjoying that too much. Okay. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
드디어 정신을 차렸군. 버티지 못하고 골러갔으면 조금 실망할 뻔했어.
And we're on Mephistopheles.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스 기사 카런.
Okay.
아침은 아니지만 상쾌하긴 하겠어. 기분이 어떻습니까, 단테?
So I already have questions if he's aware of this ability. Does that mean everybody remembers what happens to them when they die and are reconstructed? I guess without spoiling it, I'm just gonna share my thoughts out loud. Well,
제각거리는군. 의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법 곤란한데.
Okay. Yeah, some language barrier.
저는 베르길리우스라고 합니다.
Beryglus.
제대로 들린다면 무언가 이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
A thumbs up. I give him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아, 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군. 일단 출발하지, 카로.
Hello, welcome.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now, I know we can't play this character, right? Because we only get 12. Another you? What do you mean? There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mine. It was then I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Nope. I shook my head to say no. I'd been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군. 그렇지 않나?
Like a wild hunt? Okay. Suppose you want your memory back? I do. I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot.
매끄럽군. 다들 이렇게 몸짓으로만 말하면 안 되는 건가?
Okay.
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스토 씨?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Okay.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
So if I'm all connected to these people, is it like complete subservience or something like that? 500 references that stream. Yeah. That's okay though. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air. Dante. Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgie or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
The red gaze fellow low-key reminds me... You can't type that. Jeez Louise. I'm definitely not reading... I'm glad I read all the way instead of just reading it out loud. You really can, but how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꾸어서 생긴 건가요? 성대나 혀 따위에 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건
It's okay. It was just a little like AO, you know. Anachronistic, right? Never consider that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고 모두에게 전달할
Okay,
수
you can limit the recipient of your words to one person or choose to speak to everyone at once. Okay.
모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요. 수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
Sinners.
당신의 뒤에 앉아 있는
She's saying a big words. I'm scared. Yeah.
방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운 사람들을 말하는 겁니다.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
What is a clarification? I don't know if you're joking or not. Well, it's just explaining something. That's what a clarification is. What was I gonna say? I forgot. It doesn't matter anyway.
아, 형씨.
Oh,
머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
so if they're called sinners, do they each, I wonder, represent a specific sin?
당신이었군요. 당신 덕에 박살나 있던 척추가 말끔하게 돌아왔어요. 혹시 둥지에서 의사 일이라도 했나요?
다들 닥쳐라. 잡음이 겹치는 것만큼 불쾌한 것도
I guess he really is like a dad.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군. 그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
Okay, yes, Don Quixote is lust and Heathcliff is envy. For real, for real. Okay. They each have a main one. Well, there's only 7, but we have 12 people. So that's going to be interesting.
왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지. 앞에 나서는 이제 진절머리가 나는데.
You know what? I guess there's more than 12. There's 13 at least. Okay, some are shared. Okay. Poor Gregor.
우리를 이끌 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
Manager?
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지 굉장히 궁금했는데 말이야.
Dante is 10. There's a 13 total. And then each character we summon is an alternate reality.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법.
Notably, nobody has a wrath-based ego, which you may have no idea what that means. Okay. That makes... well... so that means there could be like 3 greed or 3 lust or something like that. That's what you're kind of saying if I'm picking it up.
나는 그레고르라고 한다. 잘 부탁한다고 관리자 양반.
Okay. Nice, Gregor. We're in this together, Manager Bud. Nobody's main sin is wrath. Yeah. Gregor, the sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts of the whole of his body to transform into insectile, notably akin to a carapace resembling that of the blank tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expressions in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with, and you can't get around him without, and you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. Okay. The outcast Greg.
그래, 양반이 뭐야 양반이. 이제부터 우리한테 엄청난 돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테.
Do I wonder what her sin is?
그래?
Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는 단테.
Okay, the gambler.
부를게. 당신도 나를 로자라고 불러.
Okay. Okay, Rodian. The unfortunate traits of being backstreet born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting, so it's advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. She tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her supervisor. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There's nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass. Okay. Base ego is pride.
우리의 관리자가 된데 이유가 있다고 믿어. 분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지. 그때 버릇을 조금만 내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올 생각을 하니?
Okay, she does have sociability. I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐. 예, 다음은 네 차례야.
안녕하세요.
아우, 시시해.
He's so short compared to her. Jeez Louise.
싱클레어라고 해요.
Okay, Sinclair. Cool weapon. Man, these profile colors are not the best. He's a gluttonous fella? Okay. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, this sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as spilt innards at first, okay? As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew. We recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with the sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. Okay, Rhodia's the second tallest, Sinclair's the second shorty. Okay. So is this gonna be like I actually have to talk to people and that influences their stats and abilities, or is this just a little icing on top for the characters? This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요?
Okay.
회사는 처음이라.
뭐 앞으로 남은 날.
You wanted to bully Don? Not gonna lie, okay.
그럼 거기 괴짜 친구가 다음 타자하자.
이상이라.
I think he was one of the most popular ones too. Formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing, this sinner possesses highly intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversations with this sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own. However, if the sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. Okay. That's it?
이상이요.
Okay, simple. Respect. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something. But he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요. 저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Captain Ishmael. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but do not worry, this sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it's a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget, this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. She's looking for a whale. No, I know. But that's what the name is from, is Moby Dick. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it will be a difficult task to regain her trust.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서.
Okay.
히스클리프. 멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Okay, it's your name. Name's Heathcliff, used to be a professional wrecker. Okay. Man, I can barely read this one. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. I can't even read what this says. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. Can't read that word. Oh, his brashness may cause something for physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fits of rage persist, please contact the Human Resource Department. That always works. Once you realize that, he's the type that tends to be simple-minded. Oh, he tends to be simple-minded. You'll have an easier time handling him. Okay, remember that Dawn is lust. Got it.
나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는 사람한테 알레르기가 있거든.
I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet. I don't recall having issues reading this back when I first played, but I sure do now. I mean, design choices matter, right?
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 돈키호테일세.
Don Quixote. There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionado of all things. Fixer. She adorns herself with a variety of fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there is no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She is deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission.
그대와 함께 꿈을 향해 달려갈 해결사지. 잘 부탁하네.
Does she miss the quiet? A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know. Same.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해 줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는 자들이지.
Oh, okay. She always misses. Okay.
제대로 기억하지 못하겠군. 도시는
나는 가벼운 인사를 나누라고 했던 것 같은데
Poor Don.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 다음.
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요, 우리.
Okay. A sinner who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has certain admiration for a free life. But occasionally, he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner. I wonder who that is. Or other aspects of the lowlife's culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries. So it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신.
Gon is the only one who realized how confused Dante is, and Hung Lu could probably buy the LimbusCompany. Okay. No, this isn't that kind of...
제 취향은 아니지만.
Okay, so... At least my impressions so far... Burgulus, or whatever his name is, and then Faust must know who I am before I got turned, and no one else has an idea of what's going on. At least to my knowledge.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. Okay. But when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
No, I was thinking it was Burgulus. Okay, you saying might know a bit about Dante, but it's mostly from, okay, Bostonberg. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it is only right to respect it. As the executive manager, but with some creeds, you'll have the difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed that the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker, whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's head is an uncultured act and a step backwards for art. Caution, this sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you.
요르슈크.
At what point was I supposed to laugh?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Marisol, what an interesting name. Wants clear and concise commands requiring no judgment on his part. Okay. That's easy. He's the easiest one so far. You're pretty polite. The French boy.
특별한 것이 아닙니다. 그저 보통의 태도입니다.
That's true. He's just acting like a normal person. I'm almost touched. Merci.
네.
It felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. The artistic guy? Okay. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting.
저는
I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽히려다니 당치도 않습니다.
Otis is such a silly fella? Okay.
본인은 오티스라고 합니다. 이전에 실례했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
Thought Otis was a guy for the first half of the game. I don't know how you'd think that with the voice, but that's fair. Ooh, more hard text to read. This sinner could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your compatibility. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She's an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You can trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of this sinner is not permitted. Interesting. Warning, keep an eye on this sinner and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. Rudeness?
이거 참 마음마저 이렇게 넓으실 줄이야. 역시 처음부터 저희를 이끄실 분이라는 걸 한눈에 알아봤습니다.
Okay. Definitely not a burning Trojan horse in the background. Oh, sorry.
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 마찰을 이끌어내지만
Okay.
그중 소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득이 되는 경우가 있다고 합니다. 검을 날카롭게 벼르기 위해선 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼 누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다. 편히 써주시기를.
Well, despite what you guys are saying, she seems nice so far, but now I'm not so sure. That's reassuring, thanks. I gave her an improving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
Okay. I think I see it now.
제가 마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Never forget what she said at the start. Got it. Well, I didn't know that was her, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, Faust, the sinner who developed the engine of the Mestopolis, the bus operated by LimbusCompany. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing. But as seen with how she treats everyone with a subtle gesture of arrogance, there is no hope of her parting with it ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
A genius with whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테.
Well, she did know who I was, so...
괜찮습니다. 경험을 통해 차차 이해할 수 있을 거예요.
Oh, she has a skull sword. That's kind of cool. Learn what?
파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실 말이에요. 관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
You have no idea if this is true or not, but you think Faust is in Bluetooth connection to the other Faust. Okay.
소개는 여기까지.
Aren't you gonna greet yourself, my guy?
단테, 당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
I guess not. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
Okay. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테. 당신은 지금 소개받은 이 열둘의
Dante's Inferno!
지옥을 기행하게 될 것입니다.
The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
지옥의 끝에는 보물이 기다리고 있으니까 그렇게 말하면 되겠습니까?
Treasure at the end of the road, okay. You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣질 못하는군요.
해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를 물은 것도 아니죠.
So we're being forced against our will to do this.
머리를 되찾고 싶다면 제 말을 들어야 할 겁니다.
My original head, the one piece. I mean, I do want them back, but...
미적거리네요.
Well, she doesn't have to read everything I'm saying.
파우스트 씨, 단테가 계속해서 거부하면 우린 어떻게 되는 거지?
무슨 말씀을? 파우스트는 모든 것을 예상한답니다.
Okay, how's she gonna convince us?
단테, 모든 임무를 마치고 나면 당신은 성위를 새길 수 있을 거예요.
Engrave the aspect?
제가 보증하죠.
I have no idea what that is. Okay, and Dante was already wearing the uniform. They clearly worked for Limbus already. Okay. And then aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make a choice.
보이죠?
Nah, I pass.
끄덕이잖아요.
좋아, 계속 가면 되겠어. 그런데 카론, 아까부터 왜 출발을 안 하고 있지? 졸았나?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아, 베르.
That's a good bus driver. You guys don't know what that is either? Okay.
메피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
카론, 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 알려야 한다니까.
Meppy, who's that?
메피스토 팰레스. 이 버스의 이름이자 버스를 구동하는 엔진의 이름.
We might stick with Meppy. That's a little easier to pronounce.
그리고 파우스트의 심혈을 기울인 역작이죠.
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가 아닐 수 없지.
Every time a battle happens, Virgilus goes to buy milk. Got it.
그렇게 생각하지 않습니까, 단테?
I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply. Hello, welcome.
뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새끼들이군.
I assume I'm going to be able to communicate with people eventually.
지휘를 연습하기는 더할 나위 없는 조건이군요.
Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. The bus is Mr. Mistopoulos. Okay.
단테, 처음 전투에서는 생략한 부분이 많았어요.
Oh, we get another tutorial, everyone.
제대로 설명할 시간이 없었으니까요. 하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이뤄지면 우리는 항상 도륙날 거고.
This is a game called LimbusCompany.
당신은 우리를 살리기 위해
500 more tutorials? Okay. Okay, so she definitely knows. Pain revive, you mean what happened earlier was...
당신이 시계를 돌려주었기에 우리는 살아나는 거랍니다.
당장 필요한 설명은 아닌 듯합니다, 파우스트.
So I guess they're like the mom and dad of the group. There weren't tutorials before, they just kind of jumped you guys into it.
자잘한 담소는
Yeah, it's a free-to-play game.
너희들 전원 하차.
Alright, tally-ho.
설명을 이어가죠.
Very interesting so far. Interesting start. You could send every sinner out into battle at once, yes, but commanding so many personnel at once will not be an easy task. Okay. There was a tutorial just way worse. Therefore, I will inform you of the appropriate number of participants depending on the particularities of each battle. For this occasion, 5 sinners will make an appropriate force. Select 5 sinners you would like to deploy for this battle. Okay. Select the lower half of each sinner card to deploy them. First,
앞장서시오.
따라가겠어요. 네.
of course she would want to be picked. That's funny.
최선을 다해볼게.
It's 1 a.m. for you, so it won't be in the stream for long. That's okay. I appreciate you stopping by, and you can always watch the VOD, so...
따라갈 준비는 끝냈습니다.
No worries. Okay, these 7-sided icons floating above both the allies' and enemies' heads are called skill slots. because you haven't issued a command by chaining skills yet. The allied skill slots are currently empty. Grab the chain from the left gear. Okay. And as you can see, the skill you just chained has been equipped to the skill slot. Equipped skills are displayed on the skill slot spawning above each center's head. When the combat phase begins, each center will engage in battle using the skills equipped in this skill slot. Okay, so then Ishmael is attacking this grunt. I didn't mean to skip through that, but oh well. Okay, and then that guy's attacking that guy. And then you're attacking that guy. And then you're attacking that guy. And then you are attacking that guy. So everyone's being attacked. Well done, now select the gear on the right to issue your command, and the sinners will enter the combat phase using the skills you've equipped them, equipped for them.
다녀올게.
Now please issue a command.
좋아, 간다.
Okay, a clash occurs when the sinner and their target both use attack skills against each other. In a clash, their power is determined primarily by the skill they are using to clash. And in this clash between two skills, the skill with the higher power wins. Make sense? Pay attention to the enemy's coins. When a skill loses a clash, it will lose a coin. Even if a skill loses a clash, as long as it has remaining skill coins, the two skills will continue to flip their coins and clash until one of them loses all their coins. The skill that loses all its coins in the clash will conclusively lose. This means that the unit that won the clash gets to attack while the unit that has does not. Okay, dopamine inducing coin flips till the 5% happens. I mean, what is the saying? 99% quit before they win? So then, after we break the clash, we actually manage to do damage. Let's see how power, which determines the outcome of clash, is calculated. Okay. We'll go with that.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
This number is the skill-based power before it flips coins. Okay, so I get a 7+ power. Skills coin power. Here you can see how many coins these skills have. The numbers of points determine two things: how many times the skill can lose a clash before losing all of its coins, how many times the skill hits when it attacks. Each coin that flipped heads will add the coin power of that skill to the base power of the same skill. So now I get, what, 16? Oh, so it's an RNG type game, but with a little more? I mean, we're in the same boat currently. Final power calculation. The formula for a skill's final power is as follows: base power plus number of coins that flip heads times coin power. Coins that flip heads will glow, while the coins that flip tails will appear dimmed, which means I've lost a coin. The resultant skill power is displayed here. Ishmael's loggerhead skill has the higher skill power, so the enemy skill loses a coin. As seen with this example, they will continue to clash until one of them has no more coins left to flip. The unit will remain coinless, ultimately wins. With the remaining coins wins. Remember, winning clashes is one of the most fundamental aspects of winning the battle, because then they can't block anymore. Okay, we got one. So now there's 2 left. You know what, we're just gonna do this. No, that target's all one. No, it doesn't. So if I, let's say, defeat one up there, will all the people with remaining turns go up to the last enemy?
아까보다는 쓸만해 보이는군요, 단테.
They all got away safe. Safe for one, though. Shouldn't we go after them? This is just a... I don't like that test. They're worried over the foe we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다.
Or are you just seeing if it appears in chat?
가야 할 길이었으니. 가로.
And these types of encounters, if the enemy they were targeting dies, they will automatic... Okay, perfect.
발판을 꽂고 신나는 기분으로 달릴.
Okay. Well, thanks, Brandon. Interesting. The sinners you have deployed in the last encounter will automatically be selected for the next. Okay, saving you the trouble. Feel free to change them before each battle, however.
명령에 따를게요. 효율적이라면.
This time let's hear about SP or sanity points. SP has a maximum value of 45 and a minimum value of negative 45. A coin that never disappears even if they lose the clash, no way those exist. I have no idea. Please note that the sinner values can be viewed here. Okay, so we can see everyone's sanity points down here. So... now please issue a command. What does that mean? Glormies? Gloomies?
행동을 개시합니다.
Okay, each unit's SP value changes based on certain triggers. They tend to heal SP with favorable triggers. Okay. The higher the unit's SP values, the higher the chance to flip heads when flipping skill coins. Sanity is just a chance to successfully flip the coin. Got it. The allied units all won their respective clashes in the previous turn, which healed their SP. This puts us in a favorable position. Okay. 0 is 50-50. So I guess if we pair multiple of the same, it does better. Because we got... these two guys must synergize or something.
행동을 개시합니다.
Please direct your attention to the unit's health right here. This is the line here. It's called the stagger threshold. When a unit's HP drops below the stagger threshold line, they become staggered. That makes sense.
생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
Don't worry about doing the same type too much. Only 2 team comps in the game really need it. Okay. Staggered units cannot take an action and take double the damage. Okay, that makes sense. I have no idea if that's good because it's the tutorial. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You have put the remaining enemies in panic states by defeating their allies in the previous turn, which dropped their SP. When an enemy's SP drops below a certain threshold, they may enter low morale or panic states, which inflict them with negative effects. I assume that can happen to us too then. Units in low morales or panic states are marked by these labels. Each unit gains different effects from entering low morale and panic states. Select the icon to learn what the effect does from suffering. Panic does not act this turn. Understood. Well, it's time for all of them to die. Yeah, there's the horizontal and vertical stream, so there's 2 of them. There's always going to be horizontal or full screen TV mode, and vertical will be second if it never works out.
잠시만요.
So quick little PSA for everyone.
뭐죠?
저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요.
Okay, so she's a career woman. Got it.
그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속 의미 없는 폭력만. 의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지.
Okay.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요. 아무튼 이런 용역 폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요.
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Oh no, the contract.
퇴사는 허용될 수 없답니다.
This has so much more delay than the short stream. Probably. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna warn you, Canto 1 and 2 are probably the worst, but it picks up after that. Is that the story? Are we in Canto 1 right now? If you want the fastest chat reply, it's gonna be probably on Twitch. Yeah, I'm still in the tutorial right now. Okay.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도 그 계약이 효력이 있을 거라
Well, I guess it.
생각하는 건가요?
We're in the prologue. Okay. Kanto is just Italian for chapter. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you.
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Hey, you signed the contract.
있었으니까.
네?
They just don't live up to the rest of the chapters. That's again, that's it seems like a common thing for gachas. Is it's always the first couple chapters are weak, and then the story really picks up after that. Probably because it's a funding test phase. Well, I mean, I appreciate the feedback. I'll try to look into it, but I think it's just a YouTube thing, unfortunately, or it's my streaming in general.
설마 제가 메피스토 팰레스를 그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같았나요?
메피는 항상 배고프다. 그래서 울어.
Okay, we feed souls to the bus. The bus gets hungry?
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때 생기는 부산물. 여러분은 그걸 통해 강해질 수
Oh,
있어요.
it does it for yours too? Okay. I mean, YouTube wasn't built to live stream nearly as well as the other platforms, so it makes sense.
이상 씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠? 거울 속에서 모든 가능성을 끄집어낸다면
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
There's not much you can do about delay. It's usually just what YouTube feels like. Yeah, and I have it on ultra low latency too to help. Maybe one day they'll fix it.
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가?
Okay, so this might be a dumb question. This is where we get to the gacha. Okay, so can alternate reality people interact, or is it always going to be like these sets of people? Or if I swap one out, it's going to be this reality versus regular reality or whatever, if that makes any sense at all. Possibilities, you draw what exactly? Time to gamble. Okay, one of the MAPI's various functions is extraction. You can collect various identities and ego from here. Select the extract button. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, same time at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So there's no chance to interact. Okay. Some of them are from the same alternate reality, but they don't affect the enemies you fight. Okay. Yeah, I was basically asking like if I don't even know what other realities are an option, but let's say Dawn from the future, could she interact with the current Dawn I'm with now? That was kind of my question. Ah, okay. Your CST, so that's like 10. Well, it's 10 p.m. for me right now, but I don't know. Okay, they cannot interact with different versions. So I got Ishmael. Usually, okay. You have acquired a new identity. Collecting new identities and ego will be contributed to improving our combat performance. Would be funny if they could. Okay. Now let us return to battles. Okay. The drive window. Time to drive. To the Inferno. To Selva Oscura. Time to enter. Select the top part of the Sinner's card to swap them out for a different identity. Ah. Okay, from this menu, you may select one of the identities you have extracted to deploy them into battle. Okay, so we got the She Asek South Section 5 Ishmael. I have no idea. Is that the standard card you get, or character, or is it random every time? Certain IDs can interact with certain bosses. Interesting.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
It's standard.
그렇군요.
It's only a voice line though. Okay.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마일.
Oh, there we go. I've been looking for this button. I've been hitting the button the whole time.
자연히 시정잡배 같은
That's funny.
중요한 걸 맡게 될 거야.
Okay, the Shi Association are assassins in other particular cases. Okay.
재촉하고 있겠지만 참아보라고.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까 기억이 조금 더 쉬워졌을 거예요.
What a weird, trippy concept, though.
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해 보이는데? 이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
That's a good point.
여러분은 테세우스의 배가 아니에요. 인격과 기억을 빌리기는 하겠지만 주도권을 잃고
Okay, I want to say some of the edge you're going to be related to the story in some way. Good luck figuring out which. Okay.
거울에 비치우는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나 거울 밖을 벗어나면 거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요. 거울 세계의 다양한
This is
가능성을
Gonna be a very interesting story.
더 쉬우는 일을 하실 테니
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
A metamorphosis.
네, 일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서 알았대?
주워들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었거든.
변신이라.
담소는 끝났나?
So we don't get
일부터 뚫자고. 어차피
a metamorphosis jump cut to Gregor. Okay.
못담
Well, because he transforms into a insect, right, or something like that. Okay, so now she has a black outfit.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던 거야?
81. Okay, I have no idea if this is good or not. There are levels to this. The one where the guy turns into the cockroach, right? I understand what you're trying to say, though. Okay, yeah, that was a good story. Yeah. It was a sad story, actually. Okay, each unit has resistance values. These values to determine what attack type or affinity they're weak against. So, attack type pierce, blunt, slash, and then we have sin affinity, which you guys were talking about, which is wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride, and envy. I don't remember gloom being a sin. Check out your enemy's weaknesses and select the skills that exploit them. Okay. So his weakness would be slash resistant. He's 2 times slash resistance. Okay, skill 1 is usually the weakest skill, then skill 2 is a stronger, and skill 3 is the strongest. And then Gregor, but we made him a sad veteran. Okay. So these guys are all slash resistance, but then they have a regular resistance to everything else. We'll go with that, why not?
폭들을 제거하겠소.
We'll see how well this works. So far, so good. Really good. In most cases, the unit with the leftmost skill on the dashboard will be the first to act among allies. Makes sense. Starting from the allied unit highest on the deployment order, an ally gains 1 additional slot with every passing turn. This means that they gain an extra opportunity to attack. Why not? Does it, I guess, Can I just keep using the strongest skills over and over again? Like, would there be any point to use the bottom skill, I guess? Use one of these buttons to let the sinners choose what skills they want to use? Okay. However, it must be emphasized that leaving the sinners to make their own strategic choices could lead to suboptimal combat performance. So this is auto battle. The clash outcome forecast appears at the top of the screen and beside each character's selected skill. Please note that the forecast is not always perfect, but it is serviceable. If you want to save it, okay. You know what, let's try what they want to do. Why not? It cycles through what skills you can use, and you can see the skills it's going to give you next turn. Above the two options, yep, okay.
길이 열렸어. 하지만 베르, 내 피가 달리기만 했어도.
You know what? She could have ran him over. Huh? What did I fight for then? That's a good point. Why not just use the bus? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Virgilus steps in.
진정하시죠, 단테. 걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게 달리기를 시킬 순 없지 않겠습니까?
Okay, that's fair.
걸어볼 기회가 있다면 직접 걷고 나서 달리셔야죠.
So this bus can transform more then.
당신은 관리자.
Maybe to a train or something.
관리를 하는 게 업무입니다. 나는 길잡이. 어디를 가고 어떻게
So can I manage the bus to run over all my enemies then?
판단합니다. 알겠습니까? 토달지 말라고.
How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me? That's a fair point. And I'm gonna manage him where I want to go.
째깍거리긴 하는데 뭐라고 하는 거지?
If only Karen would let, or Charon would let us.
긍정을 성대하기도 하는군. 앞으로는 고개만 끄덕여도 좋습니다, 단테.
그럼 내 피, 출발하자. 야호.
결혼 기분이 어때?
매우 신나. 날아갈 것 같습니다, 카론.
좋아.
Okay. So where are we going first?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
So will we ever be able to communicate with anybody else, or is it just going to be through Faust?
말했던 것 같습니다만, 단테.
But just where are we going? To the Inferno. With his sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. I can talk to all of them? Okay. Oh, now we're getting a cool special cutscene. Now, I do know a little bit about the, at least music. The YouTuber Millie, she does a lot of covers of this. The one who did the Goblin Slayer opening, right? And this is her now, right? Yeah, this is her. Not covers, official. Got it. Starting at chapter 3, all of the final boss fights have fun Millie music? Sweet. Uh-oh. Mayday, mayday. Except for chapters 1 and 2. Okay. LimbusCompany. Face the sin, save the ego. Now that's a powerful statement. Oh boy, dailies. Daily login. Let's see how we can continue playing through the story. We drive. Now I'm gonna have that stupid Undertale meme or whatever. The driving in my car thing. Select the button to continue playing through the story. Lunacy is 2600. Can we back out of this? Perfect. So now we got a window. I want to see if we can finally go into full screen. Thank goodness. Okay, so give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, that song. Audio is good. I'll worry about my account later. Okay. Input any coupon codes I can use or no? Anybody know? I assume this is well, we can see who to get. Okay, a steampunk version. Okay, Mafia Otis, nice. New manager extraction is cheaper, okay. So this is specifically Yi Sang. Season 6 already. IRS Otis. Okay, then we got standard extraction, which possibilities. 1.3% rate. Oof. And then welcome to orientation. Is this the one I should probably do? Yeah, okay. So should I start with this or play more of the story? Because it's you get 2 10 pulls on it. Okay then. And then we'll have enough for a third probably by the end. Okay. So who do I have a chance of getting? WAW rarity. HE rarity. Okay, weird abbreviations. Start with it, you are 100% getting something good? Okay. Well, let's see. Our first 10 pull. So I assume gold is good, right? And then this is standard. Okay. Unless you get W Merci as your double O. Gold is best, red is alright, gray is nothing. Okay, we're just gonna skip through these. Are they just repeats of the standard probably? Click the center for all of them. Will do. Oh! Okay. Made Ishmael, nice.
메르소입니다. 작은 형님을 보필하고 있습니다. 이상입니다.
The middle little brother. Ah, middle child. I can relate to that.
명령하시는 건 다 따를 수 있어요. 복종까지 바라면 곤란하지만.
And then this is okay. Well, we get one more extraction. Or maybe 2 more actually. Let's see if we get even luckier. Oh. Okay.
역시 세상에서 제일
Shopping is
자, 또 뭐 먹으러 갈래?
one of the most busted in the game. Okay. Shopping is totally the greatest pastime in the world. Okay. Nice.
파우스트예요. 잘 부탁드려요.
We got regular Faust.
점수는 F.
And then cleaner Otis. I think. You're getting an F, end of story. No, I don't accept appeals. Referent. Okay. Artist Otis. Okay. Well, I hope I got some good people. I'm just gonna have to take your guys' word for it. Editing, deploy management, identity info, equipping announcers. That's kind of interesting. Do the top one. Okay, I'll do one last extract. This one, the banner. Okay, let's see if we get lucky again. So, what was it? Red was good or gold is best? Red is alright. Gold is best. Okay.
훈련실에서 펼쳐지는 예술이 궁금했나?
실내하겠습니다.
Okay, gold is best.
상가에서 준비한 애프터눈 티입니다. 편안한
Okay.
시간 되시기를.
Butler Post.
내게는 어떤 것도 감출 필요가 없어.
2 maids. Hey, I can't complain there. All right. No. I guess we should call this our main squad, huh? All the gray ones do give you shards and you can use them to buy specific IDs. Okay. You know, we're not going to worry about team name. So who should I try to assemble for my team then? What do you guys think? I think I definitely just use whoever I got. Okay. So we'll use you. Because I assume... Okay. Didn't get any alternates of you. Didn't get any alternates of you. Definitely getting you. Definitely getting you. The more stars, the better. Okay. So he's a 2-star then, correct? And then 3-star. Ooh, okay. We gotta go with the theme. So we got everybody but this guy, Heathcliff, Brigger, and then Don. I think that's and this person. So now I guess we just go back to the story, right? Because I probably can't do the event yet. Clear 11-1. Chapter 1. Sinclair isn't real. Check the prologue. Oh, sweet. Thank you. So that gave us 650. You get more free money from clearing it. So do I do it again? And he's a myth made up by... Okay, to sell more short blonde characters. Okay. So now we can do 0-4. No. We've done all these. Okay. So now we go here. Is there a stamina system, or can we just keep playing as much as we want?
앞에 장애물이 있어. 부릉부릉 해도 돼?
Permission to broom broom. The chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep the boredom at bay. Not that there was much else to do on a bus whose destination was unknown to me. There is a stamina, it's the... Okay, I don't even know how to pronounce that. My lack of head and memory certainly do not help either. Okay, but thank you guys for that.
계속 지나가자고.
Well, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you for helping.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘 먹었다고 그랬어.
The clump stuck to the window gently dissolved, letting light through. Well, sweet. Thank you very much. Many different sets of eyes on the bust, lethargically faced forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene. But based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is commonplace. It felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. But I mean, glasses know where we're going right now. A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You know what? That would be fair to almost call him Bug Guy.
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 그레고르요. 당신이 시계 대가리가 아니라 단테라고 불리듯이.
I couldn't find any excuse, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사 양반.
Okay.
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 카론이요.
Well, pot calling the kettle black.
당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라 그레고르라고 불리듯이.
Right back at you, bud. She got you there, Gregor.
본전도 못 건졌네.
베르가 말했어. 수감자들은 사구로 간다.
사구! 방금 사구라고 말했는가? 그곳은 연두낭자의 출신지로 유명하지. 영웅의 발자취는 그때부터 시작되었다네. 바야 흐로.
Well, she is really just full of energy.
쫑알쫑알. 입 다물고 조용히 좀 가지.
나는 아까까지 입을 다물고 있었네만.
Is she kind of like the punching bag of the bus?
이봐요. 본인이 더 시끄럽다는 건 알아요?
죽어도 살아난다고 해서 아프지 않은 건 아니야. 한 번만 더 주둥이 놀려봐.
옳은 말을 했는데도 돌아오는 게 폭력이라니. 수준 알만하네요.
No, Sinclair's the punching bag. Don is the gremlin of the bus. Okay. But didn't someone just say Sinclair isn't real? Should I step in? This is a part where I exercise my authority as a manager. Now, guys, it's inadvisable to lose your... Well, I think Foss just killed everyone. Nope, never mind. Ryoshu.
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지.
Yeah, and you said that Sinclair wasn't real.
이유 없는 폭력은 용서받을 수 없다네. 그대는 내가 응징하지.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어. 옷에 피가 튀었잖아. 저기, 꼭 내 옆에서 싸워야겠어?
Okay, so yeah, these people are crazy. I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination, and they're already killed 3 of our own, that is.
이거 잠깐 한눈이라도 팔려고 하면 사고를 치는군.
And now someone's saying Damien isn't real.
이번 달 버스 청소다.
어째서 본인은 정의를 구현했을 뿐인 것을.
She is super short.
내 옷 빨래도 포함시켜줘. 피는 와인이랑은 다르게 잘 안 빠진단 말이야.
They're not that crazy by the standard of the city? Okay. No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. Probably. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back. Better keep that one a secret.
시계를 돌려주시겠습니까?
Turn the clock.
그런 모양새면 어리둥절한 표정이라는 건가? 기억해두죠. 파우스트 씨.
Virgilus gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. She let out a small sigh, but I still came to my seat, probably out of a sense of obligation. Is she just gonna turn my head? Just come over here.
말하는 거예요, 단테. 그때는 본능으로 해냈던 거겠지만. 자, 다시 해보죠. 눈을 감으세요.
Okay, though I have no eyes to close, blocking out my sight is something I've done. I don't know how that works. I had no reason not to follow Faust's instructions here.
사실 문은 어디에나 있어요.
In fact, the door is everywhere.
신에게만 보이죠.
However, only I can see it, for the stars never set in your sky.
별이 지지 않았으니까.
All that I felt a thread of light creep. At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced the light. Oh, wow. Then I saw a space. Full Metal Alchemist. I was alone there. Equivalent exchange. A massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonized cries seeped through the gap. Full Metal Alchemist. Hearing the endless laments and wailings for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles, as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. Yeah, I grope about in the door. Thousands upon thousands of blast wails lay within, and reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the history of different sins bearing their brands crawl up on my hand onto my arm. Art thou prepared to share the pain? I don't know if I'm willing to do this. Could that have been a question, or rather, pressure to comply? Okay, Faust may possibly have a lot in common with a certain FMA character, not sure yet. Now I'm trying to think of all the characters. I would have to think about that. It's been a while. I pulled forth the sinner's grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spread throughout my neck and head. It's so crushing severely, it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bones and muscles twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to a knee atop the pool of blood and helplessness. Oh, okay. Then I see it. Trembles in the bloody pools, gradually growing into waves of bubbles rising from the floor. Soon that blood soaking the ground. Coalesced? I have no idea what this word is. Coalesced? Into three masses. Then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus. Coalesced? Ah, thank you.
목이 베어졌다가 붙어버린 심경은 어떻지? 두근거리던가?
Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, muttering vulgar words, and approaches Ryoshu. Hold on, I just brought you back, and you're going straight into another fight. Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury.
어차피 살리는 게 대기 할 일 아닌가?
That is a good point.
그 가짜는 시계 대가리째로 부수기 전에 저리 짜져 있어.
잠깐만요. 단테 씨가 괴로워하시는 것 같은데 이쯤에서 저.
Before he could finish, Heathcliff's steel bat caved into the side of Sinclair's head. Poor Sinclair! And coherent gurgles of a dying person violated my ears. I guess he's making too much noise.
다음번엔 널 으깰 거야. 이만하면 알아들었지?
정말 생긴 대로라더니 천박하게도 구네요.
한 번 죽어서는 만족을 못하나?
Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bat, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? That would be a horrible job managing these people. While I was lost in thought, all tensions in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로 교정해둬야겠어.
Uh-oh. Dad's got the belt. The sinners on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glares between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Oh no. Rules.
버스 안에서는 무기 부딪히는 소리가 들리지 아니한다. 이 순간 이후로 이 규칙이 깨어지면 너희는 내게
So does Sinclair get a pass off because he's dead and currently unconscious?
사람이야. 알지?
Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Yeah, I mean, does he get a pass? Heathcliff glowered but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테 미안하게 됐습니다. 시계를
Okay, so we're saving Sinclair. That's good. I have to do that again. I like how it's no fighting in the bus. It's don't let me hear you fighting. Very true, very dad-like. I'd rather die than having to bear that again. The paint hit a smile on Virgil's face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와 부탁을 하고 있을 때 문을 여는 게 좋을 텐데 관리자 단테. 아, 단지 아픔이 두려운 거라면, 그래서 고개를 젓는 거라면 기꺼이 도와드리겠습니다. 그 정도의 고통에는 눈 하나 깜빡 안 하게 말이죠. 그럼 견딜 수 있지 않겠습니까?
You want to know what pain is? I'll show you pain.
분명 거부 의사를 내비쳤던 것 같은데.
당신 기어드는 박자가.
Oh, and she's defending us even though she hates us for some reason.
나의 상관은 네가 아니라 관리자님이라고 분명히 들었다. 관리자께서
Good for her.
고백했다면 의미는 충분히 전달되었다고 보는데.
그래, 보좌관께서 나서시겠단 말인가? 그렇다면 보좌관께도 충분한 의미를 전달해 주어야겠고.
I see. Okay. The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. You know what? I think I'll do it. I don't really know what I meant to do as the manager or if I even deserve to take this role. But I felt that I should at least stop things here so we don't get into even bigger mess. As long as we outrank her, she likes us. Perfect. Reviving one shouldn't hurt less than reviving 12 at once. True, and I don't think I can revive myself. Otis, I'll rewind the clock. It's okay. Virgilus noticed me motioning her to stand down and withdraw the red glow from his glare as if in mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
관리자께서 그러시겠다면.
Okay, so then a question is, okay, Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. So is, what's her name, Ryushu and Virgilus related then? Because they have the whole same red eye glowing thing. Or am I just reaching and other people have that? But it seems like, at least as of right now, that's a specific relationship trait. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express it in a full anyway. Unlikely that they are related, they just have both red glowing eyes. Got it.
고맙습니다.
Poor Sinclair. Sinclair stood up with a pain moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat. Don't forget rule number 1, Sinclair. Oh, that was just a story. Got it. So we have a total of 60, whatever you guys said earlier, that E word. But I don't think there's many other characters with red glowing eyes. Maybe same family or something like that. Pretty sure there is at least one I'm forgetting. Okay. Well, I'm sure even if you said the name, I would have no idea, unfortunately. Select to battle to begin the encounter with the currently deployed sinners. I guess they're just choosing mine.
흥미로운 일이 벌어지면 좋겠어요.
저기 질문이 있네.
Don Quixote suddenly raised her hand.
첫 번째 규칙은 이해했다네. 그럼 두 번째는 무엇인가?
I don't want to hear any more rules.
나 참. 아이 그걸 왜 굳이 나서서 물어보는 거야?
I don't think he came up with any other rules either. Virgilus gave a cold stare to Ryushu, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face. No smoking in the bus.
두 번째 규칙. 버스 바닥에 담배꽁초 버리지 마. 자국 남으니까.
That's targeted. The bus falls silent again.
잠깐.
Get her an ashtray.
정적이 흐르면 안 되지. 엔진 소리는 어디 갔나? 캐론, 왜 속도를 안 내는 거지?
답이 없어. 내 피가 배고.
Okay, we gotta recharge the bus.
잘 됐군. 분위기를 좀 환기시키지.
Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilus casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien. That would be a funny sight to see.
차가 움직이려면 연료가 필요하지. 캐론, 헤드라이트를 깜빡거려봐. 무대 조명처럼.
응, 댄스 타임이야.
Dance time.
잠깐. 헤드라이트까지 켜면 습격받기 딱 좋은 상황이잖아요.
그걸 노린 거군.
네?
I could hear someone slam the bus outside.
에이, 가진 거 다 놓고 30초 준다. 10, 9. 이봐, 20이 빠졌잖아.
That's funny.
그럼 20초 동안은 기도나 하고 있어라.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자란 사람들이 많은 건지.
뭐라고 했니?
Thank you.
비겁하게 습격을 하다니 틀림없는 악인들이로군.
자, 다들 내
So we can never summon him, correct?
최대한 죽지 않을 만큼만 해줘. 알지?
We want them near death, not dead. Uh-oh. Our first maybe official battle, but still not really because we couldn't select our whole squad. Chaining multiple skills with the same affinity, color, and the same turn will activate what is known as resonance. Connect these skills with the same affinities and activate resonance. Okay. So now we got two.
규정에 따라 실행.
좋은 전략입니다.
Easy. Chaining 3 or more adjacent skills with the same affinity activates absolute resonance. Try activating this now. So now we got 4. Okay. Chaining 3 or more. Okay. Activating resonance slightly enhances After Effects skills on the number of skills linked to the resonance chain. Skills closer to the right end of the dashboard receive greater boost. Activating absolute resonance guarantees that every skill in the resonance chain receives the boost. Okay.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
좋은 전략입니다.
Oh, they're kind of tearing it up now.
늘 새롭다니까요.
Each unit has a unique passive.
무슨 일인가요, 관리자님?
Times 2 resistance. Deal 10 damage to units with negative status effects. Okay. Please activate the resonance passive by activating resonance for the necessary affinity. Yahoo!
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만 재밌는
좋은 전략입니다.
늘 새롭다니까요.
순조로운 전략입니다.
Oh. There we go.
당연한 결과죠.
So are there ultimates in this game then? These icons in the top left corner of the screen also show the list of available passives. Select Mercy's icon here. Had less than 50 HP gain the protection. Okay. Use a skill to gain an ego resource corresponding to that skill's affinity. And there are ultimates. Okay. Since we gathered enough sloth, yellow ego resource that is in the previous turn, the own passive is already activated. Currently active passives will be highlighted. Okay. All right. So then this is that. Boom.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
좋은 전략입니다.
Well, I think we killed them all instead of leaving them.
관리자님의 99% 명령과 1%의 제 실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
She is a bootlicker. This was 99% of your brilliant leadership and 1% of my competence. Okay, clear within 10 turns, and then we have no idea for the enemy info. Select to battle to begin the encounter with the currently deployed sinners. Why aren't they letting me change?
준비는
I'm stuck with these people. With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. A number of human shape littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Then the bus began devouring those served to it, and in the most literal sense, gluttonously, voraciously. Ryushu watched it with a satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. While in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요.
Sorry, just one quick second. Okay, never mind. It's just an audio bitrate issue. We are still okay. Probably next battle they let you pick. Okay. Sorry I paused on that. His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure, none of you were forced to join, right? What a horrible question to ask. Though what I was involved in before my head change in mystery, I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. And maybe they aren't so different from me, or so I thought when... Sinclair's head dropped in response, like I struck a nerve.
그래요. 맞아요. 이건 제 선택이죠. 전부 익숙해질 거야. 그렇지?
He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요. 저기 또 악의 무리가 달려드네.
Okay. Well, Dawn is as enthusiastic as ever. But I assume this story isn't always going to be that way. In addition to attack skills, each unit has defense skills. Lightly tap a sinner's portrait at the bottom of the dashboard, okay. First, let's try Marcel. Use the guard skill to gain shield equal to the power damage will be absorbed by the shield first, okay. When using evade skill, its final power greater or equal to the enemy skill, the unit will completely ignore the enemy's attack, taking no damage from it. Okay. Warning, if an evade type defense skill final power is lower than the enemy's attack, it will fail and the enemy's attack will strike with full force. And then a counter skill is a counter. Lightly tap the sinner's portrait again to cancel the generated defense skills. Okay, everyone gets a little turn. Okay, so he countered. When used under the right circumstances, defense skills can be more effective than clashing or attacking enemies. However, poorly timed use of these skills can put the sinners at great risk. Okay. Also, please note that the sinners will not select their defense skills unless you personally issue a direct command. Keep that in mind when using the auto skill. Okay. Interesting. Nope. Nice. Let's see, so if I want to use a defense skill, I need... Okay, I just click it and it appears. So now I can have two. Because I'm sure his counters are going to be super strong. So we'll see how this works. Nice. Okay, the counter did nothing. That was a bad call. So what do most people do? Do most people actually plan out their attacks, or do they just go with win rate most of the time? And then I guess when would you know is the right time to use your defense skills?
마구잡이로 때려 부숴놨지.
Okay, manager level increased. I am now level 2. Win rate. Just realized next battle is an ego tutorial, so they won't let you pick yet. Ah, gotcha. Oh, save my lunacy for Wednesday? What's on Wednesday? Honglu ID. Okay. Oh, now I can pick. Okay. Well, we still probably want you and you.
언제든.
형님과 누님들을 위해.
I'm sure it matters who I choose. He's very overpowered, okay. So I could have either... You know what? We'll go with Oh, but we don't have Otis either. I guess we will get more people eventually. But maybe I can do something like this. Then we got Butler, 3-star, 2-star, 2-star. Only one boss battle strategy is important. Only on boss, okay. But so for the most part, then you can just kind of play. That almost came out wrong. Choose whoever you want and then just have fun with it. When was the last time I had a feast? Even a big blocking machine eats better than we do. I see. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this?" on a full stomach in the distance, but Rhodia seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein? Also, when you can grind mirror dungeon? Okay.
로보토미 코퍼레이션에서 추출했던 에너지죠.
이전 엘사 말이군요. 특이점으로 에너지를 생산하는.
Okay, and this is a callback to the previous game, I assume, right?
몰락한 지금은
Lobotomy Corporation or whatever it was called.
맞아요. 그래서 지금은 구하기가 꽤 힘들어요. 하지만 메피스토펠레스는 신체에서 엔케팔린을 강제로 추출할 수 있죠.
Encephalion, a body? I posed a question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing to the maw of the bus in turn.
네, 엔케팔린은 뇌와 척수신경에서만 추출돼요. 특히나 생명 활동이 있을수록 효율이.
That's why we need them alive but not dead. Okay, and
그럼 해당 부위만 먹여도 되는 거 아니야? 라기엔 피와 근육도 연료로 쓰일 수 있어요.
it's just like the low quality fuel.
필요하다면 나머지 생체 물질은 순항할 때 사용되죠. 엔케팔린이 되도록 천천히 소모되게.
Okay, you personally recommend to play? I'll take a look at it. A hybrid, that's a good way of putting it. Boss went to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities and that it won't be a sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. That's fair. Well, that's complicated. I got that it's tough work at least. Not really, we run people over with a bus. Infinite fuel.
고생은 우리가 하고 있지. 이봐, 관리자 양반 또 온다고.
Alright, now adjusting density of information on screen during combat. Perfect. At the top right of the battle screen, there's a button that adjusts the amount of information. Okay, the three options set the display density to minimum, medium, or maximum, respectively. The maximum information displays configuration. This is the default setting applied when first starting the game. More information is shown compared to the other two settings. Details on keywords used in the skills are shown as well, okay? The medium information... You know, I'm just going to see how it looks. So this is minimum. I assume it's when I... I'm not really... Okay. So now we see everything. Now we don't see everything. You know what? I'm probably gonna keep it on maximum for now. You skipped your way through this so you didn't know you could use egos? I still don't know what egos are exactly. Let's see how our squad does. Rabies on a stick. Basically ults. Ah, gotcha. Well, this guy's gonna get absolutely creamed. So far, I'm liking this win rate button. Okay, she's super strong. Basically, it makes sense for a 3-star. I guess she is a little artist, isn't she? Otis, I mean. It's like her weapon's the paintbrush. I get it. Didn't even leave a speck of dust behind. I'm sure Master won't even notice what's happening overnight. Good job, Ishmael. Let's try that. Let's see what she does. Was that the red rabies? I have no idea. It was winning, that's what it was.
어이, 적당히 끝내라. 곧 손님이 방문할 거야.
Virgilus said, poking his head out the window. A guest? Who?
처음으로 가는 던전이니까 길잡이가 필요할 것 같아서요.
I thought Virgilus was our guide. Rabies on a Twitch tab. Oh, okay.
에서 오신 분들 맞나요? 맞나 보네요.
Bus had just about finished its meal, crunching on the last remaining bone chips. Chips, my bad. Yuri watched indifferently before introducing herself. Well, I guess her name's Yuri.
근무했던 유리예요. 잘 부탁합니다.
A previous employee. By L Corp, do you mean?
로보토미 코퍼레이션이겠군.
Ooh.
네.
If I was a fan of the game, I'd be like, they said the name.
구 엘사의 옛 지부들로 향합니다.
저라면 불러도 절대 안 왔을 것 같은데. 추락한 날개라니. 분명 끝이 좋지 않았을 텐데요.
무슨 소리야? 날개고 뭐고 돈만 함께라면 뭐든 유쾌한 기억이 된다.
You know what? That might be true.
거기는 아직도 괴물로 득실된다는 소문이 있던데.
괴물이 아니라 환상체요. 어쨌든 사실이에요. 하지만 더 중요한
Why does it matter if it's not monsters and abnormalities? That's kind of funny.
최근에 피어나기 시작한 엘사의 기술의 핵심 정수가 존재해요.
단테, 며칠 전에 내가 제안했던 걸 기억합니까?
Engraving my aspect.
해줄 거라고.
I completely forgot about that.
정수, 황금 가지를 모아온다면 그 정도는 어려운 일도 아니게 될 겁니다.
The word aspect still makes my head ache. What was I trying to do?
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는 없습니다.
Okay, I don't like how she's just in my mind. That's not good. No private thoughts. I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright, for now, I should focus on what I currently know and see. Go with the flow, baby. And if it's Lobotomy Corp we're scouting, we might find some whatever that word is too.
그러면 더 이상 사람들을 갈아 넣지 않아도 되겠네요.
거기다가 운이 좋으면 에고까지 얻을 테니.
It's 3 rats with. Oh, hey, thank you very much for the follow, Alex. I appreciate it. Virgil guy be a color fixer, okay. But in case it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. Strongman and someone else seemed to agree.
유리 씨는 무슨 일 하며 지냈나?
Rager gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. His brows seem to twitch due to lack of a practice, but it's no big deal.
내가 보아하니 그대는 해결사일 것 같소. 그들에게서는 모두 고결한 영웅의 냄새가 난다고 하더군.
As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael let out a deep sigh.
어디서 그런 소식을 들었는지 모르겠지만 해결사는 그런 영웅들이 아니에요.
Oh, just crushing Don's dreams.
사람은 몰라도
금세 다른 밥벌이 찾는 게 쉽진 않았을 텐데 용케 해냈군.
And he's just trying to steer the conversation.
계약직이에요.
Or trying to pick her up, either or.
굳이 다시 이곳으로 기어들어온 이유도 그거였겠네요. 예전 직장으로 돌아가서 크게 한탕이라도 치면 팀장 자리라도 주겠대요.
실적을 세우면 계약 기간은 늘어날지도 모르죠.
그렇지. 보통
It's Yuri the Red thing? Okay.
목숨을 걸어야 할 때니까.
Was she actually in the previous game?
그거 참 부질없는 목숨이네요.
어이, 아까부터 왜 이렇게 비꼬는 거야? 뭐가 그렇게 마음에 안 들어?
글쎄요. 처음부터 끝까지 마음에 안 드는 거죠.
I guess looking at Ishmael, I wouldn't think that was her attitude overall. Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Sorta, okay. Looking back and forth between the two, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these people.
빨리 배어드는 편이 편할 겁니다, 단테. 가론, 출발하지. 손님께서 자리에 앉았다.
메피드 빵빵. 카론도 빵빵.
She seems to be the most normal out of the group so far, the bus driver. Now let's clown on these fools. Dang. I mean, I know I'm only level 1, but still. Yeah, vroom vroom. Easy, clear that in 2 turns. Oh, there's 3 rounds though. Goodbye. I'm sure the game's gonna get a lot harder though, and we're all gonna eventually die one day. So everyone levels up too, depending, I assume, on what ego is equipped, or is it that it doesn't matter which ego I have equipped, everyone will still level up regardless. You know what, I'm fine with my party for now.
벌써 화끈하네.
저 근데 지도는 제게 있는데요. 길은 어떻게?
It's their IDs, okay. Answerless, the bus keeps speeding anyway. They gain XP every battle they win. Oh, that makes sense.
감이지. 카론의 감. 네?
She's just going off the vibes, I guess.
카론 앞을 이상한 종이로 막는 이유가 뭐야?
I don't need directions.
이 지도를 보세요.
That's funny.
우리가 가는 쪽은 남동쪽 방향인데.
She reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance as she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes. And they will gain XP if you use them on XP ticket things. Okay.
우리는 모두 마음이 향하는 곳으로 나아가야만 하네.
그냥 지도 보는 법도 모르는 길치라는 거잖아요.
제가 하고 싶은 말을
No, she's going. I trust her driving. Yuri and Ishmael put a palm over their respective faces at the same time, almost like they were in sync.
오, 우리 기사님 친구라도 생겼나 봐.
분홍머리가 계속 제잘거려. 난 길을 알고 있단 말이야. 아니 그러니까.
I like how she's making fun of Gregor, but now she's not even calling her by her name.
또 장애물이야. 부릉부릉 할까?
아니 카론, 기다려봐.
No vroom vroom yet.
버스가 근사해 보이는데 나도 좀 타보자.
메피스토펠레스의 후시.
You wish me luck in chapter 4 and above? Okay, thank you. We'll see how well I do.
아직 밥을 더 먹여야겠어.
That is an hilarious image. Well, right now, if it goes this way, it's going to be very well. Goodbye.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 조심 1번.
It really is crazy what's going on overall, though. And as far as, let's see, combat goes, it's definitely more entertaining than Fate Grand Order.
조심 1번.
I'd say it's at least on par with Arc Knights, entertainment-wise, to watch stuff happening. Most cantos are based off of books. So the first chapter is Dante's Inferno, and then, or I guess the overall story is probably Dante's Inferno, huh? Beat him up, penetrate him. Now that's the section 4 I know and love. View, it's so hot. We should go get something cold to cool us down. Okay. I wonder, can we see the overview of it? No, we can't. Should we choose? I guess we can't choose a different announcer yet. Oh well. Okay, so Canto 5 is based off of Moby Dick. Can you get any live 2D things like how some games are? Or is it not really that type of game?
카로는 두 가지 방향만 알아. 내피의 앞쪽과 뒤쪽. 지금까지 방향도 모르는 사람이 어떻게 운전기사를
I mean, it's only go straight or go backwards.
카론, 그러니까요. 해가 뜨는 쪽이.
At the driver's seat, 3 heads gathered together over a map. Well, one of them might have been a slightly different elevation from the others. Just calling her short.
꼬맹이, 너도 저기 끼어 있어야 하는 거 아니야?
무례한 소리! 난 어린이가 아니라네! 꼬맹이는 더더욱 아니고!
Watching Don Quixote shake her fist sky high at Rhodia, I noticed a bitter gaze falling upon them out of the corner of my view. Uh-oh. I'm starting to think that Yuri Gao might have been put up with a rough childhood. Gregor turned around to take a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side with his chin resting on his hand. It is not going good with this map.
일단 칼을 줄 수 있으면 전쟁에 참전부터 시키는 둥지도 있었으니까.
Nest. A nest was basically the center of a district, if my memory is correct. Sounds like nests used to get into wars with one another in the past. Did that happen often?
아주 없는 일은 아니었지. 관리자 양반, 전쟁에 대해 궁금한 게 많나 봐.
Oh, I'm not really curious about the details, just gathering info I should know as the manager. As I was about to go on, a glimpse of Gregor's expression I caught from the side stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed to be fixed somewhere far more distant than the driver's seat.
그런 자세를 뭐라고 하고 싶은 건 아니야, 관리자 양반. 오히려 좋은 자세 아닐까? 상관의 귀감아닐까 싶은데.
He slowly continued taking a pack of cigarettes from his pocket. No ash on the floor.
개인적으로는 모를 수 있을 때 모르는 게 기회일지도 모른다고 생각해.
That's rule number 2. I wonder if we're gonna get any more rules.
다시는 모를 수 없게 될 테니까.
Without another word, he lit his cigarette.
아니요. 방금 저쪽에서 우회전을 했어야죠.
I guess you could say we're on the highway to hell.
조금만 더 가서 꺾어도 올바른 길로 갈 수 있어요.
기사의 삶은 고단해.
Got some backseat drivers.
지금 더 급한 건 목적지로 가는 길을 아는 것 같네. 그렇지 관리자 양반?
Gregor cracked with or cackled with cigarette smoke still in his mouth. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right that I should focus on other things for now. I guess he's just had a bad history with war, which is what someone was saying earlier. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus-shaped doors stepped too. I just say run him over, infinite fuel source.
미친 새끼들 제정신이야? 가만 안 둔다. 버스만 가지려고 했는데 너네도 전부 죽인다.
베르, 연료들이 시끄러워. 카론, 2명 이상 시끄러워. 어지러워.
걱정할 필요 없다, 카론. 이제부터 조용해질 테니. 전원 하차.
I guess we have to. So does a specific character... Someone said strategy is only really important for bosses, so is it... Are there specific characters you should just have in your party over others, or is everyone kind of equally strong? Is there a tier list to this game? Oh, hey, thank you very much for the follow, Cora. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, because of the bots and spams and stuff like that, you have to wait a minute to chat. And that's not because I'm trying to get more followers on Kick. I was just tired of everyone advertising their bots. So if you stick around, great. If not, I appreciate it.
자, 다시 지도를 보자고요.
But if you advertise, that's going to be very funny. After a minute. Looking at the trio arguing over the map once again, a question arose in my mind. By the way, this bus was specifically made for LimbusCompany, right?
정확히는 저희들만을 위한 버스라고 해야겠네요.
Isn't that basically what I just said? Yeah, she likes to correct, it seems.
뜻 아니냐고 생각하고 계신 것 같네요.
That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is the clock broken or something?
그 정도는 째깍이지 않아도 알 수 있어요. 파우스트는 모르는 것이 없으니까요.
So why don't you tell me who I am then? Anyway, it must have taken a long while to get out of the oven, especially with that mouth. There's a tier list of characters? Okay.
만큼 걸려서 만들었을 뿐이에요.
Who's the most popular one? Look up. Okay. She's downright oppressive to talk to. Well, because she's a know-it-all.
파우스트는 천재예요.
Well, thank you. I'll definitely look at that.
어이, 그렇게 뛰어나시다면 저 앞에 가서 길부터 찾아주지 그래. 아까부터 저것들이 시끄러워서 잠을 못 자겠잖아.
파우스트는 오지랖쟁이가 아니에요. 묻는 것에는 대답하지만 묻지도 않는.
So Faust, why don't you go tell people where to go then?
인간이 무언가를 깨닫기 위해 골똘한 고민을 하는 건 가장 즐거운 일이랍니다. 파우스트는 산통을 깨고 싶지 않아.
So why does she talk in third person? I guess we'll figure that out, huh?
공감을 하죠.
I saw he clips grip on the Bat Titan, however. Rule number 1. With Virgilus casting a glare his way, he clicked his tongue as he crossed his arms and forced his eyes shut. I wonder why they're so vitrolic.
나랑 마음이 꽤 맞는 것 같네, 관리자 양반.
With Gregor's snickers, the bus started again. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So is there a chance, there's not a chance that, like, your characters can just attack, your own characters, right? Like, there's not that type of system in place? Oh, there is a chance for that to happen. Okay. So then how would you determine relationships and stuff like that? Or is that just something like a boss can put on a status effect? Or maybe if there's low morale, people would start killing each other. Is it something like that?
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
그래, 혹시 저치들과 아는 사이야?
응? 무슨 이 뒷골목에 내가 아는 얼굴이 있을 리...
Gregor's face goes dark the moment he looks out the window. Bugheads? What's it? Unlike the other miscreants we run into, they were part insectoid.
단테, 머리가 시계라서 다행이야. 저런 거였음 볼 때마다 헛구역질했을 것 같아.
저거 그레고르씨랑 같은 강화 시술 아니에요?
저런 징그러운 벌레 대가리를 일부러 붙여놓는다고?
가까이 붙지 마. 너한테도 해충병 없는다.
You don't want to get sick, huh?
정말이에요?
장난이야. 내 개그 센스가 이상한 건가?
I thought it was funny. While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came to a slow, deflating halt.
과거 쥐사에서는 대부분의 직원들이 그레고르 씨처럼 생체무기 시술을 받았어요.
So he's an old guy then.
예전 쥐사 출신이었어요? 그때 쥐사라면
Ishmael frowned as she remembered something unpleasant, but didn't speak further. Gregor wore a smile on his mouth, but his hardened eyes were resting downcast, just as a moment ago. Yeah, he's got PTSD.
평소엔 어디서 주무시는 건가요?
세상에는 하늘을 천장 삼고 별을 조명 삼아 사는 사람들도 많은 법이지.
Life's hard for a bug boy.
풍류가 있는 분들이로군요.
I don't think that's what he meant. Because Rich Boy doesn't understand.
아니, 저들 역시 우리의 여정을 방해할 마음.
So I wonder if bug fuel is higher quality than people fuel.
그레고르,
굳이 날 찝어서 말하는 이유는?
글쎄, 남의 추억을 내 입으로 떠들고 싶진 않은 걸. 앞장서 그레고르. 이유는 네가 잘 알잖아.
Interesting.
한 사람이네. 당신.
Well, time to face your past, Gregor. Group of soldiers with the heads of insects gathered near the bus.
어디 앞장서는 거 별로 안 좋아하는데.
넌 뭐야? 왜 우리랑 같은 팔을 가지고 있지?
가만, 낯익은 얼굴인데.
It's Gregor, the Destroyer.
주로 포스터나 잡지에 서식했던 적이 있지.
Gregor, do you know them from somewhere?
그런 게 중요한 건 아닌 것 같은데요, 관리자님. 옛날
I got all the time in the world. Hi, welcome.
아무렴 어때? 어쨌든 이 앞으로 못 지나간다.
Is that so? I suppose we can't talk this out.
그런데 이것들은 왜 대놓고 벌레 모습인 채로 다니는 거야? 어린애들은 마주치면 눈물부터 터뜨리겠어.
Yeah, this is my first time playing LimbusCompany.
내가 특이한 케이스야. 대부분은 머리통에 무조건 곤충 부분이 붙어버리거든. 이걸
So far I'm enjoying the story. We're about
모르겠지만
almost 2.5 hours in.
이유는 모르겠지만 저 사람들 우리가 로보톰이 집으로 향하는 걸 막으려는 것 같았어요.
And I think we're on episode or chapter 1, episode 8 or something like that. Mission 8.
그럴지도. 그 정수를 원하는 자는 널렸으니까. 각각이 바라는 소망도 다양할 테고. 그렇지 않나?
왜 날 쳐다봐? 내가 알 리가 없잖아.
Oh, time to kill bug people. And find more about Gregor. Ego are each sinner's unique skill that can be used regardless of the identity they are wearing. Okay, let's inspect sinner's heat clips. Ego. Press and hold the sinner's... Okay. Will do, thank you very much. Every ego currently equipped by sinner heat clip are visible here. Okay. Using ego skills consume ego resources. The amount of SP consumed by each ego is listed on the top corner of the information card, so this assumes 10. Here you can view the number of ego resources and their affinity skills to use with them. Seems that we do not have enough orange lust and purple NB. Okay. View your current ego resources here. So we see here the name of each sin's affinity. Okay. So when you do win rate, is it automatic ego or do you have to activate that? Okay, press win rate. Okay. As you can see here, an enemy is about to launch a powerful attack against Sinner Heathcliff and is unlikely he will win the clash. Okay, so 3 to 11, 13 to 13. Win rate does not activate ego. Okay. When a unit is about to clash with a different enemy skill, you can use ego skill to turn the situation around. Their high power makes them especially effective against strong enemy skills. If they are... So now we activate his ego to save ourselves. And it's stronger because it's on the right side instead of the left side. Now let's see his ego. The SP cost is consumed the moment the ego skill begins its attack. Be warned, letting a sinner's SP drop too low may cause them to panic or become corroded by their ego. Okay. Okay, not the coolest ultimate, but I don't know what I was expecting, I guess. Raising an ego skill's red spinning tier unlocks ego passive. Once in turn the unit's ego skill ends, the battle moves to the next turn and the skill's unique ego passive will activate. In view detailed information about ego. Okay. So then I would see it here. Okay, I don't have enough for that. I'm just seeing this real quick. Okay. What a unique combat system. Oh, I can also just see here how close to people are filling up on their ego. So he's almost there. Okay, he's there again. Have I done some extracts yet? No, I've just been... Oh, yes, I've done 2 extracts. And, we'll see after this. I got, like, 2 maids and, 1 3-star, what's her name? Rioti or something like that. So I got some decent pulls, I think. Yeah, I got 1, 3-star. You'll see after this. I'll show off my characters. There we go. Got blood over Dawn.
깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했거든요.
Okay, so we got her, but that's standard. Okay, so real quick. We go here. So we'll go down the list real quick. So I got 7th association for this guy. I got Butler and Lobotomy Corp Remnant. And then I have nothing for Don yet, unfortunately. I have Lou Association South Section 4 for this person. I have the middle little brother for him. I have Kurakuma Clan. And then I have nothing for Greg. No, that's Heathcliff, my bad. I got Butler. And then section 5. Then this is my 3-star, which is Blue Association South section 4 director. Nothing for, what was his name? Lucerin or something like that. Oh no, Sinclair. I don't know where I came up with Lucerin. Then I got the ring pointillist student for Otis. And then nothing for Gregor. And no announcers or anything like that. Dispense. Oh, this is where you get the other 3 stars. Interesting. That 3 star is a decent one? Sweet. The middle little sister. Oh, okay. So the middle little sister is a universe. Not that bad, not that good. Seems to be my luck, unfortunately. Interesting. What is this for Gregor? These are some very, very interesting. Let's go back all the way to the bottom. Cannot purchase. We got some G Corporation. Ring Otis is so fine. Did I pass that one? We'll go down and up. Okay. Head manager. Oh, she's got trees for tree bunny ears. Okay. Oh, got a night costume. That's cool. That Rhodian role is a status user. Okay. Assistant manager. That's not a bad outfit. Okay, special SWAT team. It is a burn, you think? Okay, I have no idea about that. So it looks like there's a night universe, which is cool. Like a gangster universe, a crazy universe. Where they're all crazy and psycho. A Hawaiian universe? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, and there's even more in the past. Interesting. Or is this something else? This might be something else. Nope, this is all from season 1, it looks like. Crazy Psycho. Maybe like a Halloween theme or something. Lifetime of Stu. So are these all different then? Yes, I did do that. That's how I got those characters. Okay, Flower, someone. I wish there was an easier way to see their name other than just looking at the character, but I guess there's 12, so I better learn quick, huh? I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could go character specific, but I kind of just guess like peeking at potential options. And we're currently in the standard pair. I have collected Lunacy from Prologue. So Ring Otis is what I want to look for because someone said it was a good skin. Okay. Cannot purchase that one. Butler. Oh, I have it? I apologize.
하루가 저물어가는 동안
My bad. Well, don't have to look. What is this? Oh. You know what, we'll do purple and yellow, because why not? Good color combo. Actually, we're gonna go green, Evangelion. Nope. Little Evangelion theme. We're not gonna worry about the BGM. I'm gonna worry about the company. Am I not able to change my account name? You can also borrow center IDs from friends. Okay. What is this window? Okay, so these are all the people. Ah, I understand now. So now we can have the fun of the skins. I mean, if you want to, I can put my ID back up after this. I appreciate it, thank you.
관리자라고 해서 훈계하거나 쓸데없는 계획 세우.
그래도 관리자님이 음주는
남들은 돈을 멀리 아니.
관리자님은 대단한 것 같아.
바쁘긴 합니다만 할 수 있는 걸 브리핑.
내가 제일
And there we go.
저 더듬이가 유별나게 기다랗고 까만 등껍질을 단 그것들.
And what is this? Okay, I'll just copy that real quick. Thank you. So we go back to... I gotta find it here. Friends. Is this your account here? Or is this someone else? Okay, so that was someone else then. Oh, okay, sweet. Thank you very much. There we go. Now I got both of you guys. So now I can see what skins you have, right? Or what characters you have.
고생 많았어.
Nope, wrong area. By the way, this is your second account because you're too lazy to switch. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's see your account. So, well, there are numerous so there is 2D effects. That's cool. Oh, I can't cycle through it. I guess not. My bad. Level 66. No, I understand that's not yours. I sent you a request. So, paste this in. Okay. Well, cool. So we can, okay, go through sweet. So you have lobotomy, ego in the name of love and hate for Dawn. You have lobotomy, ego, red eyes, and penance. That's a cool skin. That reminds me of Helsing. Okay, the Thumb East Capo 3. Dawn Officer Fixer. The manager of La Machalan. T Corp Class 3 VDCU staff for Otis. Lobotomy Ego, the sword sharpened with tears. Cool. Oh, really cool. Wild Hunt Gregor. Full Stop Officer Fixer. There's that fixer term again. The Priest of La Machalan. Facial Pack Malbranch Adept. That's a cool skin too. And then Fire Fist Officer Survivor. So is it fair to say you like Gregor a lot? Because you at least have what, 1, 2, 3 of him? Or is that just probably what you pulled? what, 03, 03. Okay, so 04, no 04s, 05s, 105, 11, 3, 12, 07, 07. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was fusing a couple characters. Okay, it looked like the same exact one. Forgive me, I was a little confused. I didn't just click on the same one twice, did I? No, 66 and 67. Almost exactly the same. Okay, so another one. Okay, I must be tripping. No, I'm not. Okay. You guys are almost identical. Oh, and then I got... You're the 67 one? Okay. So who's level 66? Did you know you can complete the game with user level 34? I did not know that. Okay, we got Yiseng. Oh, okay. Nice spouse skin. I think I have that one. I think I have that one too. Casual. Ooh, okay, some animation, nice. Reindeer. Had that one again. Yours is level 40, got it. I have, probably because it's your second account and you haven't paid as much attention. Okay. I think I viewed everyone's. No. Now we're on to Kumin's. Yeah, it's weirdly similar. I apologize, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are best friends and you didn't know it yet, you know? Great minds think alike. Okay, so almost... And what confused me is it's almost the same lineup. At least for the first two. Maybe first three? Let's see. Very similar style. You're in the meta? Ah, I see. Okay. That one's a cool one. Ishmael, but a samurai. So is there a samurai universe then? Or alternate reality? Sinclair when he goes sicko mode. Now that's a nice Oda skin too. Well, very cool. And then here's my little account. I'll get there one day though. But then it seems like you can summon or choose to create anyone, right? Eventually, if I wanted to. Bon voyage. Ah, okay. With shards. Now, is this game easy to get characters or hard to get characters? You can use... Okay, I can use your guys' character in the game. We will learn about ego overclocking in this encounter. For this purpose, you be granted temporary access to one of our sinners. Okay. So the ego is the ultimate, correct? Or you can access this ego easy once you get leveled enough. Okay.
참전합니다.
도착했다. 역시 카로는 길을 알았던 거야.
I never doubted her for a second.
역시예요. 저랑 싱클레어 씨가 양쪽에서 얼마나 고생했는데.
그래도 이제 동남쪽과 동북쪽을 구분할 수 있어서 다행이에요, 카론.
She learned left and right. So this is the old L Corp?
저도 직접 보는 건 처음이네요. 그 일이 있고 나서 시간이 오래 지나진 않았을 텐데요.
어떻게 건물이 이 모양일 수가 있죠?
I guess, does anybody know how long between their previous game and this game was?
잡담은 그만. 하차한다.
Probably, what, 10, 15 years, if I had to guess? There are people over there.
유리 씨와 같은 사무소의 해결사분들이에요.
And I just realized something thinking about it. We ran away from, what, Wolf, Panther, and Lion? But that means they're still alive if we rewound time, right?
왼쪽에 있는 분은 홉킨스 씨. 그리고 오른
Hopkins and Aya.
분이
Aya, yeah.
안녕하십니까.
시선님, 직접 만나뵐 수 있어서 정말 영광입니다. 소문으로만 익히 들어왔었는데.
Oh, so he's a fanboy, got it.
아, 저 앞에 허름한 창고 보이지?
I just realized something, and I'm surprised it took me this long.
계단부터는
But whoever this was had to be a fan of Devil May Cry if it's Dante and Virgil. Right? I mean, unless was Virgil in Dante's Inferno? Am I gonna out myself like that? Oh yeah, never mind. Forget what I just said. I'm just being stupid. It's just been a while since I read that book
여기 해결사
or watched any videos on it.
역직이니 돌발 상황에는 잘 대처해 줄 거야.
Maybe Devil May Cry was a fan of Dante's Inferno.
내 동행은 여기까지다. 버스에서 너희들을 기다리고 있겠어.
Huh? Wait, what?
언제까지고 뒷바라지를 해주고 있을 거라 생각했다면 큰 오산입니다, 단테.
혼자서 발 뻗고 쉬고 있겠다는 건가?
That might not be bad.
초 내가 동행하면 너희들은 관광하러 내려가는 거나 다를 바가 없지 않겠나?
Oh no.
실컷 쥐어 터지고 썰리고 오라는 거군.
보통 저렇게 말하면 항상 다른 꿍꿍이가 있던데.
He wants us to be stronger.
생각해.
So we have legends like him.
가이드 분까지 붙여줬으니 잘 해내고 오라고.
네, 잘 해내고 오겠습니다. 붉은 시선님.
최선을 다해보긴 할게요.
Alright, time to learn a new skill. In this encounter, we will learn more about advanced usages of ego. Sinner Ryosha will use her ISP value. Okay. You can change in the sinner's sin resistance by using their ego. Okay. Let's see this new ego.
뭔지 보여주지. 이 불 또한
So it's like she harnesses this ego. So she has a chance to tap into an alternate reality to use this ultimate. To my understanding, correct? But it doesn't mean you necessarily have the character if you have the ego ultimate. But that gives you a chance to tap into different skills that you wouldn't normally have, I guess. I'm not entirely following yet. Okay, and then this is talking about the thing I mentioned earlier, which is the chance to attack enemies. So 0% chance to occur.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
이 불 또한 예술의 황홀경이지.
It's a shame it's not a group attack. Or like an AoE.
잘했어요. 기다려. 아직 안 끝이 가라앉는군요.
Okay, reaching minus 45 SP will guarantee that the sinner enters ego corrosion state. In an ego corrosion state, the sinner will indiscriminately attack both allies and enemies. Well, that's nice. And then there's nothing I can do to prevent that. So now there's just a chance something will happen. Yeah, something like that. We Limbus until they company, or you know, Oh, that was lucky. Never mind. 39? Well, she probably didn't like him anyway. It's Heathcliff, so it's not that big of a deal.
순조로운 전략대가 해냈어요.
Okay, the sinner will recover from the ego corrosion state next turn. Okay, but they can cause lots of damage. Oh, now we can overclock it to do even more damage and go crazy. They're adding a bunch of different terms now. Okay. So it's not necessarily advised to overclock all the time. And now we can't use as many moves because we're using more skills. I think I'm kind of understanding. Now she's just gonna kill everybody. As long as she's the last one standing, that's all that would matter, right? If she's on our team. Yeah, they're dead. See you, Heathcliff. Okay, that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Some ultimates are definitely cooler than others.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은 없는 거지.
You're not a true artist if this is enough to arouse you. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's learn how to view the detailed information on your equipped items or identities and egos. Here you can view the selected sinner's detailed information and upgrade them. By the way, one of the ultimate I just used was one of the first ones made. The animation quality has gone up substantially. That's good to know. Use this button to uptie the selected identity. What does that mean? Good thing there's a help button eventually. So then that means I would want to think of it as an ascension. Okay, that's actually very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, so uptie is a prestige or ascension. Okay. Upties upon clearing chapter 1. Okay. So we can't really level up yet. Right now my identities have 2 skills. At uptie 3 they unlock their 3rd along with their passive and support passives. Gotcha. Alright then, to battle.
버틀러 차원 가방 준비 완료했습니다.
단테, 잠깐 나 좀 보시죠.
Well, this isn't good. But while the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilus called me to a secluded place. He's gonna yell at me.
말해두자면 저들은 8급 해결사입니다.
Grade 8? Oh, it took the words right out of my mouth.
서열이 낮은 심부름꾼이라는 뜻입니다.
Okay.
그들을 이용은 하되 의존하려 하지 말아야 할 겁니다.
That's sound advice. I can't count on them to deal with everything for us. In other words, it's my responsibility. I nodded to let him know that I understood his point.
어쩌면 그 버스 안에서 제대로 대화라는 걸 할 수 있는 건
Perfect, he likes us.
뿐일지도 모르겠어.
Better on his good side than bad.
오늘 빕니다. 떨어졌단테.
Bridgeless pat my shoulder with a bitter smile before slowly making his way back to the bus. Get to the back of the bus. Crazy.
조심 1번.
Let's see how well our squad does. So far, so good still.
받아들여.
분모할 묵은 먼지도 돌아가는 의견을 나누지.
It seems like we can almost swipe everyone out the first round.
일리 있는 의견이다. 벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 결국은
Nice.
제거하시죠.
So now I can see that she has her overclock ready. Heads tilt inflict burn. Can't use that one yet. Can't use that one yet. Still can't use that one. Okay, so we can only use hers right now. Let's see it. Okay, that's kind of cool too.
괜찮아. 이제 난 아플 거야.
I guess I should have checked the overclock, but I wasn't too worried about it, I guess. But I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, thinking about it.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지.
Nice.
아 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
Level 7. We should be okay. Suppress the dungeon boss. Alright. You don't have enough? Would you like to go assemble some? 167 out of 69. Oh. So I guess I can use lunacy to do it, or use boxes to do it. I guess I need one, so I'll use one for now. That used up a lot, but oh well. During the final stretch of each chapter, you'll be exploring a dungeon, a branch facility of the former Elk Corporation. Designate the identities who will enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. When you're fully prepared, press the enter button. Well, if I could use everyone, that would be great. Okay, well, we definitely want her. Oh, welcome back, first and foremost. Or are they saying that my whole team is who I'm taking with me? That must be what they're saying. Word of advice: in 2 days, an ID will release a special one dubbed the season highlight. Someone said say for Wednesday, and it was for, let me pull it up. It was for, I think, Lou or something, which happens every once per season, so 3 to 6 months, which is usually very strong. You recommend you say for that? Okay. Well, I'll probably have to. So we got one level 7. We got most people who are level 7. Can we redo a battle to gain XP for them?
지식이 축적될 시간이군.
형님과 누님들을 위해.
명령이라면
최선을 다해볼게.
I guess everyone but... Oh no, it should be that on the board, right? Redoing battles for XP is not a very good idea. Okay. Well, I should be fine, right? I mean, it's basically still the tutorial anyway. I'll unlock XP farming later. Someone said when I can farm the mirror, or something called the mirror. We enter the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench from the underground grows stronger. Poor Sinclair.
냄새가 지독해요.
허파 속으로 쓰레기가 막.
Hey, welcome, welcome.
되려 머리가 맑아지는 냄새요.
The odor is so intense it winds back up to refreshing.
이 안에서 죽으면 전투가 끝나도
Yes, sir.
하지 못해요.
되살아나?
유행하는 개그인가 봐.
So wait, if they die here, they can't be revived?
도시에 무슨 이야기가
Or these two people can't be revived? Probably these two people. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Foss made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. The sources of the rancid smell were a more pressing concern. Yeah, Dante can only revive sinners. Got it. Looks like they probably died a while ago.
정확한 관측이십니다. 시체의 분격에 다다른 것으로 보이는군요.
Thank you, Otis.
벌레들이 한창 잔치라도 여는 모양이네.
Gregor would like that.
얼른 서두르자고.
Of course he pops up.
응? 그래. 자기 혹시 벌레 무서워해?
이건 노파심인데 설마 벌레 시체를 얼굴에 들이대는 유치한 짓은
짠!
하지 않을 거라비. 아이, 저리 치워! 뭐 이렇게 웃긴 거야?
That's awful, but it is kind of funny.
웃기잖아. 벌레를 무서워하는.
Who would have thought she would grab bugs? I would not think that for her character.
그래. 그렇게 싫었어?
됐어.
Greg might cry.
거기 장난은 그만 쳐라. 관리자님이 신경 쓰셔야 할 거리를 만들지 말란 말이다.
잠깐. 이 시체는 아직 온기가 있군요.
Hello, welcome.
꽤 최근인 듯하구려.
No, I responded to you, I'm pretty sure. The gloom that had cast over your space cleared after observing the bodies for a minute.
아니, 로봇
Oh, well, goodbye then. See ya.
아니네요.
여긴 이제 금광이나 다름없는 곳이 되어버려서 어중이 떠중이들도 모여.
Oh, okay.
몇몇 해결사나 조직들 사이에선
My bad.
로보토미드나 엔케팔린 러쉬란 말이 도는 정도니까요.
로드 앤 러쉬. 멋있는 줄임이군.
조용히 있다가 기껏 말한다는 게.
Oh, well, as long as she doesn't break rule number 2.
본래의 뜻을 가물하게 만들지 않겠소.
제 말이 그 말이.
They're making an English joke.
이성 씨, 뭔가 말수가 많아진 것 같은데요?
이상하오?
그이는 원래 말수가 적지 않은 사람이에요. 최근에 조금 바뀌었을 뿐.
관찰력이 높은 졸개가 많아지는 건 나쁘지 않은 일이지.
So she wants to be second in command, correct?
가지.
마치 그대가 캡틴 같구려. 관리자께서 할 일이라고 보만.
제가 주제가 넘었습니다.
Nothing, there's jokes, lol, okay. Frowning as though she were caught off guard, Otis bows to me as she apologizes. No, it's nothing, let's head down. Most of the corpse's body parts were morphed into bizarre ways. One had pairs of wings protruding through their intestines, and another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down. Yuck.
우리가 아까 마주쳤던 자들이랑 비슷해 보이지 않나요?
그 벌레머리 하고 있던 사람들 말이죠?
쉿, 조용. 전방에 거수자 포착.
As Otis noted, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor.
거수자? 그 뭐야?
거동 수상자 적일지도 모른다고.
I'm sure one idea crossed all of our minds. The dynamic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Foss mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are.
마주칠 수밖에 없겠군.
어이, 거기 누구야?
Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate, though. We're gonna probably see some weird grotesque boss then.
우리들 뿐이라며.
입구 쪽에서 처리를 못한 건가? 그새 다른 쥐새끼들이 들어왔나 보군.
어이 벌레들, 아까 그
Bug buggers.
친구들이냐?
시체? 나이 새끼.
잠깐.
어디서 온 찌꺼기들인진 모르겠지만 들어봐. 어차피 너희도 엔케팔린을 챙기러 온 거지. 여기서 한층만 더 내려가면 손쉽게.
Well, now this seems like a trap, obviously.
거기는 너희에게
And Appleday keeps the doctor away, just trying to be funny. I'm sorry if I'm missing the jokes. My bad.
좋게 좋게 헤어지자. 고.
I'm also trying to bounce back and forth, to be fair, so.
알아본 것 같네.
Okay, so Gregor came from a place like this. The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down.
이 배신자 녀석.
아, 너는 전방에 소속돼 있었나 보네. 어때? 그래도 포스터보다는 실물이 낫지?
헛소리 집어쳐. 내가 너 따위에게 경례를 했었다는 게 역겨우니까.
So he was like a big war hero then.
실물이 되고 한 것도 아닌데.
I'll get it later. Okay.
하지 말지 그래.
너는 그 가짜는 특혜로 시술 부작용 없이 평범한 사람 행세하며 살아갔겠지만 우린 아니었어. 이 기만자 새끼야. 우린 전쟁에서 패배하자마자 버려졌다고.
버려진 건 나도 마찬가지였어. 모든 군인들이 똑같지 않나? 그 중에서도 너희들은 버려진 벌레처럼 살아가기 선택했나 보지.
Ooh. Okay.
어이, 적을 도발해서 좋을 건 없지 않은가?
당신도 군 출신이라면 알잖아.
Well, but it's going to a fight, I guess.
앞에 서 있는 것들과 싸우게 될지 아닐지 정도는.
순순히 보내줄 생각이었는데.
I doubt that.
저 배신자 새끼째로 잘라 죽여주지.
Mutt meat.
새끼들이네. 우리가 엔케팔린을 가져오면 그대로 뒤통수 갈겼을 것들이.
그랬던 거였어요?
밑바닥에 떨어질 대로 떨어진 놈들한테 의리란 게 남아있을 것 같냐? 가진 놈들도 뒤통수를 쳐 때리는 판인데 그럼 말랑.
That is true. As long as there are two people in the world, nobody will get along 100%. Dungeon structure. Our goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor and retrieve the golden bow. Or bow, however you pronounce it. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each ripe with events and encounters. Clear the sector at the end of the floor to proceed to the next. Each sector is connected to one or more paths. You can travel to adjacent sectors. By selecting them, it's possible to retrace your steps. Okay. So we want to explore everything. Sinners don't heal after battle while in dungeon. Sinners with 0 HP are unable to participate, so keep track of their status. Reaching a checkpoint will allow us to fully heal. After losing a battle, you can reattempt it from the start. Okay. Well, this should be interesting. So now we select our squad. They recommended level 7, so we're going to keep it that way. Illusion of free choice. Uh-oh. What is that supposed to mean? That I get to choose to explore, or is it like you have to do all of them, or you should do all of them? Three paths leading the same way, that's fair. But I guess you only have to go down one path, is what it was saying, maybe? I'm not sure. Gregor lights his cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke streaming out from his mouth.
다른 보안업체에 취직을 해도 이것보다는 나았을 텐데요.
평생을 군인으로 살았던 자들이다. 다른 직업으로 새 출발하기엔 적응하고 바뀌어야 할 것들이 너무 많았겠지.
그리고 몰락한 날개 출신이라는 건 엄청난 꼬리표야. 누가 받아주면 구두발이라도 핥아줘야 할 정도로.
So my assumption is he's part of a huge war and then quote unquote turncoated.
미안하다.
And then everyone in his country or maybe Nest hates him.
G사나 L사나 상황은 비슷했겠죠. 날개가 부러진다는 건 그만큼 혼란스러운 사건이니까요.
The breaking of a wing. Interesting. Okay, we can see how health is at the bottom, I believe, and everyone is looking fine overall. So we're just going to continue to explore.
벌써 화끈하네.
And then after this dungeon is probably where I'll call it for the stream tonight.
조식 1번.
Come on, be lucky. Rather than hate, it's that his country, okay, the wing, has completely fallen and been replaced. Oh. Okay. DW, the dungeon is longer than the story you did already? Oh.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
Well, I might not stay up that late then, unfortunately. Well, no, we'll see. We'll see. Because isn't it... It's to here, right? To the employees' lounge? Oh. Okay, although hated is certainly true. I see, I understand now. So this is going to be a little bit longer. So maybe instead of fully diving into this, I could just stream this tomorrow. I could stream it 2 days in a row. And then we do Fate Grand Order on Wednesday and Reverse 1999 on Thursday. How does that sound to everybody? I think that's probably what I'll do. I guess at least go to a checkpoint. Maybe. Or where's the first checkpoint? Or can I just leave here? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Because if that's the case, it's free content, baby, you know? So. Yeah, I guess with that out of the way, well, you won't understand my Apple joke today. Tomorrow it is then. Well, I'll just have to have, I can't think of a clever pun to bounce back to that. I'll just have to have 2 apples tomorrow or something like that to understand your joke, but I couldn't think of anything clever. I will say it's funny with the Apple jokes, though, because if you've seen my Reverse 1999, there is a character named Mr. Apple, so I don't know. But with that out of the way, I'm going to mute this audio. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this game. I'm definitely intrigued in the story. Maybe not as much as the other games, but this one is definitely up there. It's a little overwhelming and confusing, but I'm having a good time. So, with that being said, I've been Boog da Goob. Thank you for watching. May God bless you and peace. I hope you guys have a good... Oh, and I will be streaming same time tomorrow then, too, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah. Peace.